Okay, so now we'll look at an example of trend lines and see how we can apply what we just learned in the last video. Okay, so we're looking at the charts for Euro USD. This is the daily chart. Now, just a quick point: what you learn about trend lines or support and resistance, you can apply them on any time frame, any instrument. So you can apply the same concept on any time frame or any instrument. Now, because we're using a daily time frame, you could do the same thing for a 1 hour chart or a 5-minute chart. It's just when it comes to trend line and support and resistance, the higher the time frame, the more valid or the more stronger it is that it's likely going to, it's a more respected one. Okay, so let's look at the concepts here. Now, so remember, we're all looking at everything based on structure. It's all structure based, right? Structure is our number one foundation. Every other thing comes after it, right? So it's not whether the support level is at resistance, it's what is the market saying relative to where price is, okay? Now, so let's also use our replay tool, for instance, and see, you can look at this point here. The market was, probably came into here, started to range for a bit, and then, okay, it has been actually bearish for a while, started to range for a bit. So let's just take this point from here, right? So what we do is we say, okay, so this is what we do. Now let me replay tool, and let's do something like this. So the markets is ranging, right? So the price is ranging, as you can see, within this area here. And what we're doing is we watch and then we see, remember, well, most of trading is about patience. So we see price make a low, right? It's a low, make a lower high, and then made a lower low. So now we are looking at a bearish market. So what we do is, we have all of other reasons for watching for areas. We draw a level of support and resistance like here, and start to watch for potential areas to sell from because we're looking at the bearish market. Now, so we have because of our understanding of support and resistance, we have these areas to watch. We also have these areas to watch and also this high here to watch. Now, with them trend lines, if we find an angle that we can draw a trend line, we can also serve as potential area in the future that markets could respect. So let's see how that goes. Now, price continues to move, and let's see. Does it make another low, another lower low? Okay, yes, so price has made another lower low. So what can we do here? What we do is pick a trend line to go from this high. Remember, we need 2 touches to draw a trend line. And I wouldn't want to draw something like this because, well, you can see it's just almost a straight line, right? So we need 2 diagonal touches. We have something like this. And then we connect it to this one. And then we just extend it into the future. So what we're doing is it will now serve as another area that we would watch in the future to see if price comes to it or how price reacts when it comes to it. Remember, we also have our levels of support and resistance that we'll be watching, but this is another one at an angle that we'll be watching to see what happens. So as price continues to move, we, patient, as I mentioned, trading is mainly about patience, and so we see. So now look at what happens. The price is coming back to it, and well, does it respect it? Seems like it. So first touch, second touch, price withdraw a trend line, price comes back to it. We need the third touch for confirmation, but we can actually look for selling opportunity here if we've already drawn this. And well, let's see what happens. Well, price begins to drop. So you see that in this case, this trend line is serving as a resistance. And in a bearish market, well, we're looking to sell resistance. Let's see. And then does price make a new low? Yes, it does make a new low. Does it come back? Let me pause and stretch this again. Does it come back to this trend line? And if it does it respect it? Well, let's see. So price comes back to it, seems to be breaking down. So you can see, so here's what I talk about. Considering these things as a zone and not as exact levels. You can see, if we zoom out now, you see what's happening. We had a rejection, almost got there, another rejection here. And you can see price has made a new low. So what happens? Let's continue to see if the market keeps respecting those levels. Again, price gets there, rejects it. So all of these areas would have served as potential areas to look for selling opportunities and even get involved selling. I can't overemphasize the point that it's all about looking for the opportunities within areas where there's high probability. And all of this, whether it's support resistance, whether it's trend line, whether it's Fibonacci. It's just about where is the high areas of possible reversals or continuations, and then we look to take advantage of it. So let's see what happens. I want to see this break, because just to put the point that just because the trend line is valid and has been holding for a while doesn't mean that it will continue to hold forever. So let's see, does it break? Yep. Yes. And so you could see we have a break of the trend line. Now, note what happened. We didn't just have a break of the trend line, but we also have a structural change. Look at what price is doing before now. So we had price made a high, right? Made a low, made a lower high, and then a lower low, and then a lower high and a lower low. So notice how price is making lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. Now, price broke out of this trend line, right? But that doesn't make the market bearish or bullish yet. However, so let me erase some of this. This was the previous high that caused this low down here. Well, price can stay here as long as it wants. As long as it doesn't break above this high, it's still a bearish market. But the moment price breaks above this high, it doesn't mean it's automatically a bullish market, but it means that it's potentially shifting toward bias. So therefore, you can see that we now have a low down here. We have a higher low, and now we've made a higher high. So essentially, we're looking to see if price comes down, make a higher low. We try to, at this point, we start to look for, let me delete all of this. We start to look for opportunities to buy, because why? Well, price has broken structure, and we have a low price here and a high price here. So if price goes on to make another, let's say, lower or higher low, what we can do is, well, look at this. Surprise, surprise. It could form a trend line. So let's say price does something like this. Let's say price comes down and begins to go up. It could form a trend line where it doesn't have to hold, but it might, right? And then, so as a matter of fact, this trend line now is actually quite valid. So we could be okay, so sorry about that. So we're looking to see if price would, I do even not sure where was the last time I stopped before the recording cut off. Anyway, so the point is, you could see that the trend line is in place, and now this is how we draw our trend lines. You can see the market has now shifted structure, so we can actually start looking for buying opportunity. Price made a low, made a higher low, and has made a higher high. So we can draw a trend line, and we watch to see if we get a confirmation of that area. And we could actually not just watch for confirmation, but if we find one, look to trade it. And that's how we approach the markets, basically. And then let me see what's the most recent price structure. And yeah, so this is live price. Okay, this is where, let's see, where's live price? Okay, so this is live price. This is where price is now at this moment. So as a matter of fact, extended trend line, if price comes back to it, it could serve as potential opportunity. Remember, based on support and resistance, we would also have areas. In this case, because price is looking bullish, we can start to look for support to buy, previous levels, something like this. I don't like to draw a lot of lines on my chart because it now makes, I like to have a clean chart, right? But you get the idea, an area like this, another block left over here, even areas like this, and also even this trend line could serve as an area where if price comes back down here, right? If price comes down here, and let's say we find a confirmation could be like a bullish pin bar or a bullish rejection candlestick that could serve as an entry price, our entry criteria, and we look to buy because the structure of the market is bullish. Okay, so that's a good example. I think on trend lines, how you draw them, how you use them, and the best practice, at least based on my own perspective. Okay, so that's our training for today. And remember, if you find it difficult, just rewatch it. You can even slow down my voice. I know I tend to talk speak quite fast, but you can rewatch it and you'll see it start to make sense. But above all, just watching it doesn't do you good. You want to practice, open your charts, draw your trend lines, understand, look at the market structure, look on the trade practice where you're learning on your account, either your live or your demo account, and make progress. So till next time, I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and have a good one.